I got it. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your
Yo,
boy
yo,
Fresh and
yo.
Smooth here. Welcome to Fresh and Smooth podcast. We got some news that we wanted to just touch on. Devin
What's
Haney,
popping?
Lomachenko. We're slowly weeding out, what is and what ain't. And I'm gonna give it to you, Smooth.
Boxing News 24. It's reporting that you know the fight's not happening in New York. We obviously kind of knew that because Haney tweeted out it's happening in May, but not in New York. Which New York
And
is
again
a
on that, the
big
targeted date is May 20th.
May 20th. Yeah, and New York is actually a spot Lomachenko loves to fight at. He loves to fight at Madison Square Garden. He fought plenty of times. Your headline plenty of times.
Yeah, but
Devin
let's be
Haney,
honest. Devin Haney's really not. He's not a pay-per-view draw. He doesn't bring in the crowds. So we're
right?
trying to figure out a venue. I mean, I can't say New York. I can't say Vegas. I mean, where can we go? I mean, you tell me. I know you want to drop it. So
On the article it says Saudi Arabia, which the Saudis they've been taking over. I mean they bring in all the big fights to Saudi Arabia. As we saw with um, the Usyk and Anthony Joshua fight, and all the other fights that they're bringing down there. Floyd recently as well. So I love it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I feel
I
as though,
love it.
I think that'd be the best place for the fight as far as money-wise. Everybody can get paid. Maybe they could make it a pay-per-view because they have the money to throw away. I mean, in America, New York's not taking it. MGM, Devin Haney's fought in MGM. I've been there, and the venue doesn't even sell out. So, and it wasn't like it was a weak fight. So it's just like he's not a crowd pleasing style.
The thing is that Devin Haney needs to get his respect. They want knockouts from him. And it's not, a lot of it is not his fault why he's not selling as many tickets as he should have. A lot of it has to do with him signing to the Zone and Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, all of that, bringing Devin Haney Promotions over there because the Zone and Matchroom Boxing, they don't really do good when it comes to promoting here in the States, right? So that's why they barely put on shows here in the States because they don't promote well. So that's that. They just don't. Sorry, they just don't. Showtime does, obviously, but the Haney's not signed to Showtime. So with that said, big pay-per-view is really, I don't know. That's out the window. They could do it in Saudi Arabia though. I mean, they're all fighting in the Zone.
You got to hear me out and look at Tank Davis. I mean, if you can pay-per-view Tank versus Hector Garcia, I mean, Lomachenko versus Devin Haney should be pay-per-view, but it's just something. It
should be. That's a big fight.
There's something that they're not doing right as promotional and as fighters, that they're not getting the recognition or want to be seen by fans because just the styles. Lomachenko, to me, his style is more crowd pleasing, but Devin Haney is just so like. It's just a very
sharp, man. Sharp.
He's sharp, but it's a very dull fight. It's like damn.
They saying that he don't bring a knockout power. Devin Haney.
But it's not about knockout because look at Floyd. Floyd wasn't knocking nobody out at the end, but everybody wanted to see.
But blame him for the knockouts or not a lack of knockouts. He's still. I mean, he's putting on clinics out there. At the end of the day,
for sure. And we're not taking away nothing against his skills.
And sometimes he's actually putting himself out there to get clipped. He's gotten clipped a couple times. Trying to fight a more aggressive fight, which where he could have just
so maybe that's
fought
not something he
Linares.
should be doing.
Yeah, he could have fought Linares.
He's opening himself up to vulnerabilities. He's opening himself up to vulnerabilities that he doesn't need to. He has to stay sharp. That's his style. So you know what you have to do? You have to build around that and build a fan base. That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, other fighters have done it, so he can do it too.
Just keep winning.
This right here, this fight should get a lot more recognition.
Honestly, he should just keep winning.
Go.
Just keep winning. Beat Lomachenko. Come back to the States. Go up to what he's leaving 135. He's going up to 140. So go up to 140, and beat the guys at 140. Teofimo is up there now. Regis Prograis, the champion at WBC, go up there and take Regis Prograis' belt. You could make some big fights at 140. Josh Taylor's up there. I mean, he could make a lot of noise. So I would love to see him go up.
I see what you're saying. Obviously, he's struggling to make the weight. Going up to 140 sounds like the move, but there's still a lot of big fights that's coming from 135 that we've been wanting to see. Nobody was talking about him fighting Prograis. Nobody was talking about.
Nobody was talking about. You're right.
You see what I'm saying here?
You're right.
So like
Everybody wants to
he
see the
has
Tank
unfinished
fight. People
business
want
that
to
he's
see the
gonna have to
Shakur
catch.
fight.
He's gonna have to catch weight and lock in.
Yeah, yeah. Also, it's you hate saying this, but a lot of it is gonna have to do with promotional issues. You know what I'm saying? Top Rank and DAZN,
And it's
they're
definitely
easy
not
to make
Devin Haney
fights,
because Devin Haney's the fighter.
right? But Top Rank
Devin
and
Haney's the fighter.
DAZN,
He comes to fight, and
right?
you got a little fuzzy there, real quick. Yeah, you got a little fuzzy there. So I'm gonna clear up what you were saying. You're saying that he can move up to 140 to fight Pro Grays and all these guys, but right now I feel as though he has unfinished business with the 135ers that people want to see. You were fading in and out. So I'm just trying to clear up so they can understand what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just it's a tough situation there. A lot of people want to see the Tank fight.
How do you see the fight going?
How do you feel? What do you think?
I gave you my prediction. I feel like this is how I see the fight going. Let me tell you.
I feel as though Lomachenko is going to be a little bit. I think Lomachenko might be a little bit too much for Devin Haney to deal with. That's me personally. I don't know. I got to see it, but from what I see from Lomachenko, I mean, he's very tough. He's very hard to deal with, and the jab. Sometimes the jab ain't gonna keep somebody away. So now what you gonna do?
All right. Yep.
You're not gonna beat Lomachenko the way you beat Kambosos. You got two.
Right.
You're not gonna beat Lomachenko the way you beat Kambosos. It's not happening. I'm sorry. Right. So you better get ready for a different kind of fight.
Right. I feel like Lomachenko understands he's getting up there in age. He understands that this is his dream. This is everything he always wanted. Well, not so much, but this is what he always wanted. He wanted to be the undisputed, and he's fighting for undisputed. So I feel like all the lack that he got for starting slow in his last fights, I think he's not going to leave it up to the judges. I think he understands that if he's going to beat Haney, he has to be on 100 from round one. He's gonna use everything he got. He's gonna throw everything he got at Devin Haney. I mean, he's gonna go all out, which could play in Devin Haney's hands. Devin Haney could catch him with something because he knows Lomachenko. I mean, he's gonna be super aggressive. Super aggressive.
Not stopping Lomachenko.
But I'm just saying, Lomachenko's got to go all. But he can't sit back and let Devin Haney just jab him and move around, jab him all day. So he's gonna have to rush him.
He has to start from round one. Yeah, but they're just called calculated rushing. He uses angles. He doesn't have to come straight. That's the beauty.
We know that.
Angles confuse him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just gonna be a firefight.
He can do a lot of shit.
He can do a lot of shit, but it's gonna be.
He can do a lot to make things happen in there, and that's like I said. That's the beauty in it. That's all we want to see. We want to see these guys get in there. I want to see Devin Haney work. I want to see Lomo work, and it made the best man win. That's what it is to me. There's no bad blood against Haney, no bad blood against Lomachenko. I'm just here to commentate and give you my opinion on sports, and that's it. You know what I mean? So it's no bad blood against them. I'm here for the fights. We want to see them.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, if he goes up to 140, there's a big fights there for him too, as well. But other than that, man, it looks like May 20th, Saudi Arabia. I love it. By the way, guys, if you're paying attention, you always want to follow the money, and if you're familiar with Saudi Arabia and the United Emirates, I believe they got like no capital gain taxes, the business tax. So they got tax advantages over there. A lot of American businesses are starting their businesses over there, or they're moving over there. And as you know, where Saudi Arabia.
Hear me out on this. Go ahead.
If you know where Saudi Arabia is located, right? Is located where you can catch a 4-hour flight and be in Switzerland, Italy, any parts of Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be in Greece, you could be in Africa, you could be anywhere within a 4 or 5 hour flight from Abu Dhabi. And it's a beautiful city. They're turning it into a mega city. So think about it like that. Like from the United States, you can't just be in France. You know what I'm saying? Right away. In Abu Dhabi, you could literally catch a 5-hour flight and be in France. You could be here, you could be there. So it's like the perfect spot in the middle of the world where you could just hit these major cities. So people love living there. It's a growing city. Follow the money, man. I'm just saying because we like to, give a little bit of game, but a lot of crypto people, a lot of just in general business smart savvy real estate people are checking out Abu Dhabi and everything they got going on over there in Saudi Arabia with the Emirates. They know what they're doing.
Well, also hear me out. Hear me out too. You know what I'm saying? Like I know this is kind of off topic, but I feel as though since Devin Haney wants to move up, maybe he could fight a couple 138 catchweight fights against Tank, against Shakur. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's a lot of options for him. So like, if you can get through him, the sky's the limits. Well, you got to get through Loma, and that's it. And Loma's not.
I think like he should, if he gets off, if he can beat Loma, which I got Loma winning the fight. Get them catch weights going. Line up Ryan Garcia and the winner from that in Tank. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a big fight for actually get his name up. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get the respect that Devin Haney believes he's the best. He honestly believes that, and I believe he really believes he's the best.
But you got to prove it. It comes a time when you got to prove it, and that's where we're at.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Like I say, this is a stepping stone for both. Was a stepping stone for both, and let's see what happens. You know, we're here for it. Like, subscribe,
man, hit that subscribe button,
on IG. I'm posting on the story all the time. I would appreciate. Yes, subscribe. Appreciate it. We out.